Happy Tuesday. I am so glad that you're here. Today, I wanted to talk about something a little different. So, back in January, I was driving our son to school, and God just got me thinking. And in order to set the stage to show you what I was thinking about, I need to give you a little bit of a background. So, we have three kids. Our older two are much closer in age, and then we have a bigger gap in between them and our youngest because we lost a baby in between. So our older two went to the school district that we live in. So they were picked up and dropped off by the bus every day. Our youngest son, as we were getting ready to send him to school, God talked to both my husband and I separately, and he told us that he needed to go to a specific school district. It was outside, or a specific school. It was outside of our school district, and we needed to get him released every single year. So we've been doing that ever since kindergarten, which means that I get to pick up and drop him off every single day because there's no bus that comes to our house to take him to the school that he goes to. So as I was driving him, or I had already dropped him off in January, and I was driving home, and God just got me thinking about it. And like I've told you in a couple videos before, that God doesn't just bless one person, he blesses everybody in the situation. So when God's in the middle of it, you know that it's God, or one of the ways that you know that it's God is because everybody in the situation is blessed. And so I was thinking about how blessed I was with our son going to this particular school, because every single one of his elementary school teachers I have remained friends with. I consider them valuable friends of mine. In fact, some of the other school staff he has again, and those are friends of mine as well. So not only did he have a great experience there, but God gave me a community of friends, of Bible believing Christian friends, through him going to the school. So again, I started to think about it even more, and I'm like, okay, Lord, so we obeyed, we did what you told us to do, and you blessed us immensely with friendships, with community, with all kinds of things. What would have happened if we hadn't obeyed? Would you still have blessed us? I believe that the answer is yes, that God still would have blessed us, but I don't believe that the blessing would have been as great. Do I think that I wouldn't have connected with the teachers that he had in the school district that we live in? Absolutely not. I know I would have, because we had already gone through that school district with two of our other children. So I was familiar with a lot of the teachers already, and I was friends with a lot of the teachers already. But I truly believe that when we choose to obey, that the biggest blessings are waiting us through that obedience. There's something in my life right now that God has been telling me to do, and I keep dragging my heels. It's not that I don't want to obey God, it's that I'm scared to obey God. And I feel so stupid saying that, because there have been so many times in my life and so many blessings that God has given me in my life. So why am I not trusting him about this one? And I really don't know the answer to that. I don't know why I'm not trusting him enough to just take that step of faith. So do I believe that there's a blessing waiting for me? Yes. But I'm scared to take that step because I'm afraid. Again, I'm not exactly sure what I'm afraid of. And that's something that I really have been struggling with and grappling with and talking to God about for years now. And I'm not talking about just a decision that's come up in the last week or two, but I'm talking years. I've been talking to God about this for years. And while I'm struggling and talking to God about it, he has still blessed me immensely in this area of my life, more than I thought he could. But in addition to the blessings, there is a ton of stress, and there is a ton of just complications that I don't think would be there if I had obeyed him and taken that step of obedience when he first told me to do it. So that is something that I am actively working on with him. That is something that I'm actively in the middle of. But I think that he reminded me, or I think that he let me go down that path of what if, and to remember all the blessings that he had given to us, all the blessings that he's still giving to us when we chose to obey him to send our son to a different school than he originally would have gone to. And that does bring encouragement. So I'm still struggling with the other area in my life that I need to um, take that step of faith. And you know what? When I finally do it and He blesses me through it, I will be sure to fill you in. So until then, is there an area in your life where you're struggling, an area in your life where you know God wants you to obey, but for some reason you're afraid, and you might not even know what you're exactly afraid of, but there's just something about it that you're not ready to take that step of faith. Well, there might be a big blessing waiting on the other side. And I'm in it with you right now because it's an area that I think I need to do something about, but I'm just not exactly sure how, when, and how to figure out all the details. So if you liked this video, hit the like button. If you would subscribe, I would so appreciate it. And if you would share it with your friends, I'd love it even more. There are links below to check out different things if you want to do that. And until then, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you next week.